Hey, Chidarin! As always, you are my one first data point that my stream is working fine. Hi. I was a little bit worried given how things went last time, but it all looks good. Let me know if there's any issues or if the sound is not properly calibrated. I did my best. Alright. Hey there! Aw, Chidarin! Nice, okay. Thank you for confirming, and then I guess we jump right in. That's pretty.
彼女との約束からつまびいた聖母祭での伴奏。でも私は彼女の期待を答えられるだろうか。失敗作の私が家族からの愛情を受けず母に呪いを受け、何もつかむことができない私がどうかこの一時だけアングレカムの花言葉を私に。
Okay. As far as I could tell, just from the very first lines as I was setting things up and checking that it was working, there's gonna be a lot of narration that I have to do. Oh, that's why it's so familiar. Good one, okay. Alright. My grandfather taught me that the tougher things get, the more I should smile. No, it's enter. Okay, I have to get used to using a keyboard again. I was so comfy with the controller for Mineko. Okay, but I know there are things so painful and terrifying that I cannot smile. In the deep of the forest, the shadows are so dark I can barely see my fingertips. So dark that were it not for the lights nestled evenly between the trees, I would not be able to walk. I'm now afraid to stand still. If I stop, I'm done for. I will be crushed with fear. Along this night path, where a ghost could appear at any moment, to escape from the fear, I think back to why I, Suo Shirahane, must trudge along this path.
そうだ。今日初めて一人で乗った電車やバス。
I made all my connections smoothly, thanks to proper preparation. But
バスが廃線になったなんて知らなかったもの。
the girls' boarding school I will be attending from now on, Saint... oh no. Grecum? Is that? I don't know. What is that word? Okay, academy. A distinguished mission school built in 1870. A finishing school for girls from respectable families. I have come here to study and live at the academy for the next 3 years, but...
調べてきた直通のバス。まさか2年も前に亡くなっていたなんて書いてなかったし。
Without a direct bus to the school, it took a considerable amount of time to find the single dim road leading to the academy. Staring at the tire tracks, I go forth, certain that this is the right road. I want to go home. Just me and my grandfather living together. It really was just the two of us. I didn't go to school, but I had books and movies for friends, so I wanted for nothing. Oh.
ダメ。友達が欲しいからアミティエ制度のある学院に通いたいって私から言い出したんじゃない。
I am aware of my introverted personality, shy and withdrawn. So I had tried to attend school near my grandfather's house, but it was too painful. I ended up getting homeschooled. Ooh, see. Living with my grandfather was a quiet life, and I thought things would be fine as they were, but in all my favorite novels, movies, and dramas, the main characters were always surrounded by wonderful friends. I longed for it. A life with friends. But being introverted, I thought that if I entered just any school, I would not be able to make friends.
祖父から教えてもらった学校。聖アングレカム学院。
Hey. Will we be able to keep our Humaneko friends with this novel? If no one dies this episode, I'm afraid we won't. I would welcome a story that's not necessarily about deaths. I would be fine. We've had enough. It's okay. Angrecum? Is that how I should say it? I don't know. The AE looks Latin, so it should be E. But I can't tell much about anything else. Okay. In order to get students to adapt quickly to life at the boarding school, the academy has its own system in which the school pairs students with a friend. Ah, okay. It's okay, Chinari. I'll do my best. Hey, Bacho! How are you? Are you getting better? Please say yes. I mean, don't say it if it's a lie, but we hope that you're getting better. That's what it means. I thought that if I went there, I too would be able to make wonderful friends. And so I had asked my grandfather if I could attend.
きれい。え？あ！
Quickly recovering? Oh, that's great to hear. Please take care of yourself. I look up to see that a person has suddenly appeared before me. In my surprise, I stumble, falling into her. Of course.
ごめんなさい。足元ばかり見ていて。いいの。
I hear a flustered voice. Realizing that I am practically embracing her, I flush red and look up to the owner of that troubled voice. One of your nostrils is a closed room. Oh my god, I feel you. I have the same issue when I get sick. I mean, I have issues with my nose getting clogged quite often, just like generally speaking, but especially when I get sick, it's a no-go. I feel you. Hang in there. Hang in there. It will pass.
すごい。こんな綺麗な人、初めて見た。聞こえて、じゃなくて大丈夫？足とかくじいていない？はい、平気です。
There is a faint scent of citrus coming from the body holding me.
香水を使っているのかしら。大人だわ。やっぱり綺麗。
That's a little bit weird to say to someone you've never met before, but I guess it can be cute too. Hearing her murmur above my head, I finally realize the position I am in and that I am in her arms. When reality catches up with me, I feel tremendously embarrassed.
初めて会った人とこんな。
The heat welling up from within turns my face red, and I want to disappear.
どうしたの？
Hearing the concern in her voice, I apologize again. I finally pull away and face the girl in front of me.
私の方こそごめんなさいね。倒れてしまうと思ったから抱き留めてしまって。
Well, there are 4 parts to it, right? So... You did mention something about it taking you about 15 hours each, but you read very fast, so it's not stream speed. I'm much slower. So I think we end up on an estimate that it's half of Umineko, something along those lines. In total, all of the parts.
抱き違うの。確かに見たこともない美人で、髪なんてすごく綺麗で。
Beautiful, gorgeous, piece of cake, yeah. What on earth is she talking about? This girl wearing the same uniform as me has glossy black hair cutely tied in ribbons, and the eyes behind her glasses are kind. She is lovely even though she is just standing there.
私は何を考えて。どうしたの？そうよね。こんな暗い道で名乗らないなんて、不審がられても仕方がないわよね。
I really like her hair ties. They're really nice.
私の名前は花菱立花。多分あなたと同じ新入生で。
She quickly introduces herself. I've caused her trouble. I have no idea what to do with myself. Flowers questions marks. Oh no, let's not do that.
本当にごめんなさい。
Overcome with emotions, I bow my head, then dash away at full speed. And ironically, yes, okay.
なんで私はこうなんだろう。
Even though I was the one who decided to enter this boarding school in order to make friends and change myself.
あの人、気を悪くしているわよね。
Though she had gone out of her way to talk to me, I was so embarrassed at our accidental hug and I felt terrible for panicking her. It has been such a long time since I talked to a girl my age. I couldn't control my feelings. Yeah, since she doesn't have much contact with people her age. Yeah.
気がついたら
Makes sense.
逃げ出してしまった。
There's no way I can make friends like this. Clearly not. When I was placed in my grandfather's care, I had tried attending the school nearby.
そうだ。あの時だって最初は話しかけてくれる人はいた。
The speech bubbles are interesting. I don't think I've read another one that did that before. But I was such a wreck. All I did was bother people. Before I knew it, there was no one around me. I had come here to change myself, but... The area behind my nose starts to get hot and my vision gradually starts to blur and distort. The more I tell myself not to cry, the more I think of how pathetic and worthless I am. In my blurred vision, I see something light red. Everything... Everything looks small compared to Mineko. Yeah, I guess. It's okay. I mean, I don't necessarily need for it to be small. It's good to have a gauge, more or less, of how long it is, but I'm okay with... I'm nothing if... I'm nothing if not dedicated, is that the right way to say it with double negative, to stories and seeing them through. I did like Clanad for what was it, that almost a year, and Little Busters, that was also super long. Umineko was obviously the tippy top of length. I think I'm seasoned. I'm all good. I don't mind. Wiping my tears on my sleeve, I stare at them dancing around my feet.
Sakura.
Oh, cute. As one encounters in the spring when they start school. Very cute. Cherry blossom petals rain down onto the path like snow, scattering at my feet. I lift my head, and there. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, thank you, Bea. I'll check it out. Oh, that's so pretty. Beautiful. Under the cherry trees that seem to float in the dark night like apparitions, stands a girl with chestnut hair gazing at me, frozen. Her eyes almost suck me in. She stares at me, her eyes slightly darker than her hair, shining with a pure light. I should greet her, I think, but it is as if my very spirit had been taken from me, and my body does not move.
Sakura no yosei. Yeah. そんなはずはないか.
I mean, of course, it's all in reference to flowers or vegetation of some sort, so I would expect it to be that. Yeah.
夜更けに驚かせてしまったみたいだね。あんまり桜が見事だったから、つい見とれていたんだ。
Clasping her hands together, the girl stretches and sighs to herself as she gazes at the falling cherry blossoms.
こういう景色を晩景、円景というのだったかな。まるで桜の雨が降っているようだ。
Don't you think so too? I am asked, and I nod as I nod as though under her spell.
そうか。なら君も一緒に見よう。こっちへ来るといい。
Lit by the color of the cherry blossoms, the girl smiles like a spring day. I follow her along as though pulled by a gossamer thread? I don't know what that is. I'm sure Bea will link it to me instantly. Whoosh, the passing wind shakes the petals. The cherry blossom flowers fall like rain and cover the ground. I stumble in the wind and fall into her embrace.
そそっかしいんだね、君は。
The girl laughs and, smiling, says that greetings are passed due.
私の名前は高坂真由里。
She introduces herself, smiling at me.
4月という言葉から連想されるものは何だろう。春、おろしたての制服、桜、穏やかな日和、冷たさが消えた暖かな風。いいえ、それよりも出会い。この学院で新しい出会いを得られるだろうか。友人を作れたことのない私はここでアミティエを。
Right, so I noticed that one was auto-scrolling, so I was just paying attention and trying to keep up and read. But without Amitia, it cannot be seen. Perfect, Pancho. But how could I have skipped the opening? I didn't do anything. I'm just sitting here scrolling through text. A film of cobwebs floating in air in calm, clear weather. Oh, what an interesting word! I had no idea that would have a word. Interesting. If I did it by mistake, I'm really sorry. I didn't intend to. I'm also just getting used to the norm for myself, so sorry. The mixed voices echo through the cathedral, overwhelming in their beautiful solemnity. They wash over like a wave, reflecting off the stained glass windows, glittering in the sunlight, and at last reaching the first-year students sitting nervously in their seats. From the altar of the cathedral, I hear the upperclassmen singing a hymn. The reality that I am really here at St. Angrecum finally hits me. I'll say it wrong for the stream, okay? I'll check in the link after stream. When I arrived at the academy that night, I was taken to the dormitory right away. I had been forced to go to bed at the specified time, and so I had no chance to see anything. Brick buildings lined the cobblestone path on the way here, as though I were in a foreign land. Literally goose summer. Oh, I see. Interesting. A wild word, yeah. Oh, I'm really sorry, Chidorin. I didn't mean to. Oh, wait. It was called a goose summer because that's when they ate geese. Okay. Filmy cobwebs floating through the air in calm, clear weather. Apparently because somebody thought the webs looked like the down of a goose. Okay. Interesting word. Yes. Alright. Brick buildings lined the cobblestone path on the way here, as though I were in a foreign land. The cathedral we'd passed, or is it called a chapel? This scenery of a Christian school, just as I had seen in foreign films, unfolding right before my very eyes, took my breath away. Hearing faint laughter, I turned slightly and glanced at the seat behind me. Oh, sorry, I accidentally scrolled up. There we go. So I guess that's how I find previous lines. Good. A fellow freshman is looking at me and giggling. I must have done something wrong, I think, and recall how yesterday I could only give such an awkward response to that girl, even though she had gone out of her way to talk to me. What have I done wrong? Have I been saying my thoughts out loud? My grandfather had pointed it out as a habit of mine when I'm lost in thought. I looked down, feeling my cheeks get hot. I am dressed in the cute academy uniform, but ever since that time I haven't... The wave of sounds echoing in my ears fade, and I raise my head. The upperclassmen who had been singing the hymn at the podium are no longer there. Those second and third year students have now taken their seats surrounding us. Then, before I even realize it, a woman wearing a robe trailing behind her, is she a nun? Steps up to the podium and with a sweeping gesture bows.
新入生の皆さん、ご入学おめでとうございます。私は皆さんの担当教諭を任されましたダリア・バスキアと申します。
Okay. Seeing Sister Dahlia, the teacher who will be in charge of us, reinforces my realization that this is indeed a religious school. This woman with golden eyes and golden hair wrapped in a veil, wearing a habit, plainly shows that this is a Christian school.
優しそうな人だ。でも、なんだろう。私には。
All in reference of the flower, I presume. Watching Sister Dahlia go over the school precepts and talk about the structure of the academy, I feel a flutter of unease in my chest. What on earth? Somehow I have the feeling that a terrible memory is about to surface. I look away from Sister Dahlia and instead stare at the back of the girl in front of me. In front of me is a dress-like navy blue uniform. I quite like the neat, elegant uniform of this academy. As I gaze at the thin, slender lines of the body in front of me, seeing a cherry blossom petal clinging to her shoulder-length chestnut brown hair, I reach out unthinkingly. I'd reflexively reached out to take it, but it would be rude to her, I think. Yes, but... It is only natural that I, who from a young age had never attended school and was homeschooled, would have no one I could call a friend. That is why my grandfather, concerned about me, had allowed me to attend the school with its amitié system. Besides, my experience with human relationships is lacking and I cannot confirm this, but in all the movies and novels I've seen and read, the considerate characters are the ones who make friends. In that case... Oh, we're here, we're at the choices. Oh, okay, that's early. Can I make a save? Okay, there looks like there's slots. How do I save? Hello? Did I save that? No, I cancelled. How do I save? Decisions in my visual novel. Dead end incoming. Ah no, sorry, this is quick data. I didn't see it, it's so tiny. Number 1 is here, save, yes. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yeah, but here I have to stop and ask, in which order are we doing things? Because I read a little bit of the guide that you sent me, Chidorin. And so it's really important to decide right now in a direction. The guide says to first do, or like it's a recommendation to first do the Mayuri bad ending. Is that okay? Or would you prefer it differently? I vote for blind? No, I have no time for that, Bancho. I'm gonna follow guides. That's how I was doing it before, Mineko. You wanna do her good end. Okay, so then we make the choices as they are in the good end route. Okay. I'm fine with that. Okay, so we take... Oh, this is so cute! Look at the flower effects! Oh, that's adorable. So we should take the petal. Okay, that's what we do then. Spurred on by the thousands of protagonists I've seen in the movie. Bad end. We will do the bad end, I guess. Unless Chidorin says it's not worth our time. I cannot shake this feeling. We're very early into the story, so I cannot draw a conclusion about anything. But I just cannot shake the feeling that since all of her decisions and choices are informed by movies, the unrealistic part of movies might come back and cause a bit of trouble. But let's see. So I reach out gently, so as not to be noticed, toward that chestnut hair. As my fingers draw near her glossy hair, my heart starts thumping. Sweat drips down my back as I wonder if the sound of my heart will give me away. With all my courage, I gently pinch the flower petal in her hair. I nearly cry out at my success, then... You can already tell it's lewd, okay. Although quiet, I flinch back in surprise at the sound of the voice. I'm literally frozen in place. I stare at the girl who has turned slightly to look at me. It's the cherry blossom girl from yesterday. Remembering our embrace underneath the scattering cherry blossoms, my cheeks, no, my entire face, all the way up to the tips of my ears suddenly flushes hotly. She looks at me with questioning eyes, then sees the cherry blossom petal I'm still holding in my fingers.
ああ、花びらを取ってくれてたんだね。ありがとう。
She catches on quickly. I swallowed the words I'd been about to say to try and resolve the misunderstanding and freeze again. That's because, with her beautiful smile and cheerfulness, she is exactly the kind of friend I want.
どうしたんだい？何か驚かせてしまったようだけれど。あ、いえ、そんなことないです。そう、ならよかった。
She runs a hand through her hair and smiles. Is fiddling with her hair a habit of hers? I don't know why, but my chest tightens and I can't look away from her smile.
気を使ってもらって悪いね。昨日も挨拶したけれど、もう一度。私の名前は高坂真由里。あなたは白羽すおさんだったね。間違っていないよね。ええ、はい。そうか、よかった。人の名前を覚えるのが苦手で間違えたかと思ったよ。白羽さんって呼びかけてからずっと困った顔をしていたからね。え、嘘。
I pat my face and Mayuri nearly bursts into laughter, covering her mouth with her hand.
何ですか？ごめん。知的で少し冷たい感じのする美人だなと思っていたけど、ずいぶん子供らしい真似をするんだなって思って。本当にごめんね。
With my hands still on my face, I can feel sweat beading on my forehead from embarrassment. Eventually, I drop my hands. Seeing me like this, Mayuri apologizes again. I hurriedly wave my hand in front of my chest as if to say, don't worry about it. I follow her line of vision to what she is frowning at. Oh, bear.
少し内緒話が過ぎるんじゃありません？
The student seated next to Mayuri sits with her profile to us, shooting us a reproachful glare. Yeah, I mean, she is quite stressed and anxious, but can you blame her?
今のシスターの君はお話ししている最中よ。おしゃべりは控えて。すみません。
The student speaks with a controlled voice. Wait, isn't she? She's Rika, isn't she? Yeah, of course. What a coincidence. The loosely tied hair, the serious-looking rimmed glasses. When I realize this is the same person I had angered last night on my way to the academy, I hang my head once again.
そんなに。そう何度も頭を下げなくてもいい。白羽さんは悪いことをしていたわけじゃないからね。開き直るの。
Feeling the glare behind her glasses intensify, Ooh, okay. We have stay silent or say that you were the one talking. And we say that we were the one talking. I guess to cover a little bit and kind of take the blame, that makes sense. Seeing those fierce eyes brings back that memory, and I feel as though I might falter, but...
ここは私が誤解を解かないと。
Otherwise, I would be throwing Mayuri under the bus, and after her going out of her way for me.
開き直るとかそういうことじゃないんだけどな。あなた。何？高坂さんは悪くないんです。私から声をかけて。だからうるさくしてしまったのは私で。そう。
I bow an apology to the girl who seems to be considering the words I've said.
今日のこともそうだけど、昨日はごめんなさい。いきなり話しかけられたから驚いて、逃げてって。ちょっと。
Yeah.
あなた昨日の。 私いきなり走って行ってしまったから何か気に障ることしたんじゃないかと思ってたの。あなた。
This is a pretty long conversation to be having while attempting to get back to properly listen to the sister giving a cautionary tale. But okay.
白羽スオです。そう、昨日は私だけ名乗って。ちょっとまずいって。
That's right. She had introduced herself so as not to frighten me.
そのそう、花？花さん。違います。花火師立花です。忘れてしまったの？
Is she yelling now? I can feel the echo. My white cheeks turned red upon mistaking her name, and she says the name slowly and clearly. I tell her I won't forget, finally cooling the situation when a hand tugs at her sleeve.
何よ。何じゃなくて。ほら。
With her hand pressed to her forehead, she makes a small pointing gesture with her finger. When we look in the direction of her pointing finger, our eyes land on the podium. Sister Dahlia is staring our way with a detached smile on her face.
私は注意して。お三方、お静かに願いますわね。
After somehow managing to make it through the embarrassing scene in the cathedral, I head straight to campus with my eyes cast down and arrive at the classroom without incident. But
中は普通の学校と変わらないのね。
I think as I look around the classroom.
以前通っていた学校とそう変わらないみたい。
The layout of the classroom is no different from a usual classroom, making it a bit anticlimactic. No, but
この机と椅子、すごい年季よね。
perhaps the interior of the classroom was built around the theme of wood, because everything that would usually be made of metal, including the door handles, desk legs, and the edge of the blackboard, is made of wood, which gives the room a certain warmth. I suppose it's a good idea to use wood in a humid country like this, since it absorbs moisture. She says she sometimes thinks out loud. I wonder if the thought bubbles are related. Oh, that's a good catch and a good question. Oh, Bear, I'm sure you're plenty cute. You're just being modest. The desks bear small marks, like the lingering scent of the people who had once used them. These marks remind me of when I used to attend school. Remembering that one year I went to school, I feel a sense of nostalgia. And her voice is so low. I did look... Oh wait, I can do it when the bubble is there, but... I did look in the config, and I increased the voice volume and lowered the background music quite significantly. And still, I feel like the background music just swallows her voice. Yeah, if you want me to change anything, just let me know if it, like, you can't hear it that well. Every other character have way in Suo Max. Oh yeah, right, there are character-specific ones. So they're halfway, but we max out Suo, okay. She is really soft-spoken. Yeah, so we leave it like this. Okay, let's see. New Azu era unlocked, yes! Yes, Kevin, hi. How's it going? As I'm tracing the diagonal scratch left in the desk, okay. A mysterious voice calls out unexpectedly. Realizing that the voice is talking to me, I turn timidly towards it and... For some reason, the student that sat in front of me, the person who called out to me, seems awfully surprised.
何かごめんなんだか楽しそうだったからつい話しかけたんだけどすごい美人さんだったから驚いちゃったんだ
She's so cute! Her voice sounds so fun. Beautiful. Rika Hanabishi said the same thing. I feel my face turn red.
私はこじれ
Still red in the face, I wave my hand in front of my chest to dismiss the words that I'm not used to hearing.
謙遜だな同じ1年生ってことは同い年なんでしょ同い年でお姉さんみたいな落ち着いた美人ちょっと見ないと思うけどな落ち着いてるって年を取って見えるってこと
I've been told by my grandfather too that I look older than I am. I put my hands to my still hot cheeks and...
こっちも負けてるな
I don't know why, but she's touching her chest over her uniform. Of course, that's what she means. I stare at her quizzically, wondering if the ribbon is coming undone. Dense, anxious MC unlocked. Yes, here we are.
ごめん名乗らないとかダメだよね私の名前は佐々木いちご佐々木は少し難しい字だけどいちごはいちごだよ
She takes out a pen case from her desk, writes her name on the palm of her hand and shows me. Cute.
佐々木いちごさん
Her innocent smile is so bright, it almost makes me squint. She's delicate and carefree, and her tied-up hair makes her look cute. Looking closely, I can see 2 moles under her right eye, adding to her childlike appearance.
いちごさんになら落ち着いているって言われてもいいのかしら
As I think this impolite thought, Ichigo balls up her stretched out hand into a little fist and dexterously opens and closes it.
それでお姉さんの名前はなんて言うのかなごめんなさい名乗るのが遅れてしまって私の名前は白羽スオです白羽スオ
Ichigo cocks her head questioningly, so I also write my name on my palm for her. Yeah, I don't know. With the translation, it makes very little sense as to why they would write it on the hand. But yeah.
スオってこういう字を書くんだ難しいねちょっといい何
She grabs the hand I've written on, and I let out an embarrassing yelp of surprise. A few of our other classmates, who are waiting for the teacher to come, look at us, and I feel like my face is on fire.
いちごさん何をせっかくの紹介だからリンゴにも教えてあげようと思ってほらリンゴまた寝ちゃダメだって
Still holding onto my hand, Ichigo taps mercilessly on the back of the sleeping classmate seated in front of us. I'm more nervous about her angering the student she's hitting than I am embarrassed that she's still holding my hand. Ringo Starr is in this? I guess not.
ほらほら早く起きる分かった分かればってちょっと
Once again, she slaps the back of the student, who, overcome with sleepiness, is slowly snuggling back to the desk. Hey, Moto-chan. So far, we're just being introduced to a lot of cute girls. Pretty much. The girl raises her head lazily and looks back.
同じ顔
Oh, are they twins? Oh, that's so cute. The cherry blossom accessories in her hair. That's very cute.
そう双子の妹なのほら挨拶佐々木りんごでさ佐々木はもう説明したよそうそれじゃあ名前のりんごはりんごですよ
Are you having flashbacks to something? Oh, man. I nod, realizing that both sisters are named after fruits. Then I feel tugging on my hand again.
で、こちらが白羽すおちゃん。すおちゃんでいいよね。難しい字だからちゃんと覚えてあげてね。わかった。
Squinting with her sleepy eyes, she stands up and leans her face in towards the palm of my hand. Though I feel my cheeks go red, I steal a glimpse of Ringo's face while she is distracted. She has the same delicate build as Ichigo. Being twins, they have the exact same facial structure, but if anything, Ringo seems to have gentler features than Ichigo. Instead of tying her hair back, she has a pretty flower clip in it, making me wonder if they are intentionally distinguishing themselves. She also has only one mole under her eye, instead of two. If Ichigo has a lively and innocent personality, then Ringo seems to have a gentle and kind one, I think, though I don't have much to go on. Then...
Ringo-sanは一つ。
Ah, there it is. She noticed too.
まあ、ほくろのこと？初心者的には簡単な見分け方の一つだね。
She shakes that other distinguishing feature, her hair, and points to the two moles under her eye.
一つの方が妹のリンゴ、二つの方が私って覚えておいて。寝起きとかお風呂に入ってる時はさすがに髪は言ってないしね。
Same voice actress. Oh, right. I nod my understanding, and Ringo nods back, then slowly return to her seat.
これから席も近いんだし、よろしくね。よろしく。はい。私の方こそご指導ご鞭達のほどお願いします。
The voice actress is doing the sleepy kind of voice on Ringo, so it has a distinguishing tone to it. This is the first time someone has said "nice to meet you" to me since I came to the academy, and I feel heat rising from the bottom of my stomach in excitement.
もしかして友達第1号が作れるんじゃない？いちごね、ご鞭達って何？
Big words.
わからないけど、多分スオちゃんの元いた学校で流行った挨拶とかじゃない？一時流行った「おはー」みたいな。なるほど。佐々木さんにお願いがあるのですけど。
Ah, bunch. Good one. I'm more of a Ringo myself these days because I've given up having coffee in the morning. So yeah, I really empathize with her right there, struggling to get up.
何？
Later, the corpse has two moles. Ah, but are they real moles or are they fake moles?
私と
I've gotten this far.
私と
Oh, okay.
友達になってくれないでしょうか？友達ね。
I think they might not have heard me since my voice had trailed off. I'm sure they heard the important part. But Ichigo, who has heard it clearly, folds her arms and hums to herself.
悩むってことは。ごめんね。考えてみたけど、友達ってねえ。もっとたくさんおしゃべりしてからだと思う。 あ、別にスオちゃんが気に入らないってことじゃないんだ。すごい美人さんだし、こっちから頼みたいくらいなんだけど。でも友達だよねって口に出してから友達になるのって本当の友達じゃないっていうか。
I guess I really am no good at this. Utter defeat.
そうよね。映画のようにうまくいくわけないわ。同行していた1年で思い知らされていたことじゃない。何？どうしたの、スオちゃん。もしかして眠っちゃってるのかも。
She's not you though.
リンゴじゃないんだから目を開けたまま眠るわけないでしょう。スオちゃん。はい、何ですか？
Feeling a light tap on my head, I come back to my senses. I conceal my small sigh from Ichigo, who is looking at me with concern.
急にぼーっとするからびっくりしたよ。あ、それよりスオちゃんに聞きたいことがあるんだけどいいかな？私にですか？うん。スオちゃんのお家ってやっぱりキリスト教なの？
Huh? What kind of question is that?
いいえ、質問の内容よりも。
I have a feeling the important thing is how I should answer Ichigo's question, or rather, what would be the better answer? Oh no. The plot thickens. Oh, okay, I have another question. Another choice. What would be the better answer? Respond with what you think she wants to hear, answer honestly. We have to respond with what she wants to hear. Only those who have taken a person's life can be her friend. We're so deep into the Umineko rabbit hole that we need to make a murder mystery out of everything. It says set in the 2010s. Okay. I see. Do I need to make a save for every choice, or is it okay that I just made a save for the first one and then we just come back to that and then remake them? Because I think for the bad ending or for the other route, we have to just go through all of them and flip them anyway. So, is that alright? Right, so we respond with what you think she wants to hear. Yeah, thank you for answering the questions, Jindarin. It's just the growing pains of getting adjusted to a new one novel. There's a huge margin for error. Oh, what do you mean? Respond with what you think she wants to hear.
やっぱりって言ったからには期待されているのよね。
Oh, a huge margin means that it allows for error without messing up the route. Okay. Okay. When did the murders? I don't know if there are actual murders in this one. I don't know. I can't tell if Bear is just joking or if it's actually some sort of murder mystery down the line. I don't know. She said the word 2, that means she hopes I'll say yes. Okay. If that is the case, I would be better off lying and telling her I'm Christian.
私
I see that this is the choice we needed to make, but I don't really like it.
やっぱりって言い方はおかしいと思う。うちも違うんだし。ああ、そうか。確かに見た感じだとそんな気もするけれど。
I don't know why, but with Ringo's sleepy eyes on me, I get the feeling I shouldn't lie.
聖歌は仏教だと思います。
I answered.
そうなん だ。逆に良かったよ。ほら、入学式の時に上級生が聖歌を歌ってたでしょ。だから全然知らない私たちはまずいんじゃないかって思ったんだ。私とリンゴだけで歌う練習とかするのって恥ずかしいし。そうだったんですか。
I'm relieved now that it's all clear. Judging from Ichigo's grievances, it's probably better that I'm not Christian.
それでさ。
The sound of a door opening brings a draught of gentle spring air with it as a woman wearing a habit comes in and ascends to the podium. It's Sister... I don't know if I can say that name. Can we just say Dahlia, please? The woman we've been waiting for.
お待たせしました。先ほど聖堂で挨拶を済ませましたが、ダリア・バスキアと申します。
I love how her name is spelled 2 times in the same screen. Sorry, 2 ways. Her name is spelled 2 ways in the same screen.
あなた方の
Basket? Basket.
1年間共に学ばせていただきます。よろしくお願いいたしますね。
With her hands folded in front of her, she bows gracefully to the class, and we all bow our heads in return.
すごいな。
My impression of her at the cathedral had been somewhat negative, but with a single bow she now appears warm, yet refreshingly cool. A real woman of the cloth, I think with admiration.
それでは何から説明いたしましょうか。まずは、そうでした。はじめは自己紹介から始めましょう。
She smiles and a warm atmosphere envelops the room. I hear giggling from around the class.
それでは席順に自己紹介してもらおうかしら。
The first student who's seated by the window stands up and says her name. Then,
はい。あとはご趣味と皆さんに簡単な一言をどうぞ。
at Sister Basket's urging, she says she likes music and tells us her favorite singer, then finishes up with a safe nice to meet you.
はい。それでは拍手。
Oh right, I forgot.
自己紹介があったんだわ。
The only thing in my head had been the Amitié system, and I now find myself frozen at the thought of doing a self-introduction.
あの失敗を繰り返してはいけない。
I remember how I'd fumbled my words in my introduction on the first day of my old school. When I think back on it, that was when everything started to go awry.
名前、趣味、一言、挨拶。どう言えば。
My name aside, what would I say for my hobby? I love books and movies, but if I say that, will I come off as a loner? As for greetings, the safer the better. I'm racking my brain when I hear a familiar voice and look up.
佐々木りんごだよ。好きなことは美味しいもの。特技は泳ぐことかな。よろしくです。
I really like Ringo so far. she's a vibe. She's a vibe. Yeah, I would also prefer it with no murders, but...
嘘!
Before I knew it, we'd come all the way to Ringo, who is 2 seats ahead of me. I'm dumbfounded.
佐々木いちごです。りんごとは双子で、私は姉の方なんだ。趣味はカエルの置物集めだよ。特技はりんごと一緒かな。よろしくね。
I see Ichigo return to her seat upon Sister Basket's command. My mind is still spinning, so I... play it safe or make a strong first impression. I feel like the second one is really out there, but it is the one we need to make. Oh god. What's it gonna be? I've heard that first impressions are important.
クラスのみんなに私のことを知ってもらういい機会だわ。
Urged by Sister Basket, I stand up from my seat. I take a breath to calm down. What do I want people to know about me?
白羽スオです。趣味は小説と映画鑑賞です。小説は 恋愛ものから歴史もの、推理小説とどんなジャンルも好きで読み込みます。
Okay.
映画も同様ですが、最近ハマっているのはホラー映画で、大体のものは見ています。特にお気に入りのジャンルはゾンビ映画で。
She likes zombie movies. Okay. Interesting. In autumn? Ah, okay. Okay. That's not very Christian. Well, they're not Christian. We established that already.
初期のゆっくり歩くゾンビの方が愛らしいと思います。最近のものは駆け足で追ってきますが、あれは趣がなくて。
Okay.
白羽さん。
はい。
簡単な紹介でよろしいので、あとはご挨拶を。
Zombie race will get her far. Oh my god.
はい。
I put my hands to my now hot cheeks and look around.
一人も笑っていない。
I had expected to get some friendly smiles.
よろしくお願いいたします。
The self-introductions continue as I hold my head in shame, and soon familiar faces begin introducing themselves. First, Mayuri Kosaka.
高坂まゆりです。趣味はお菓子作りと絵を描くことかな。これからよろしく。
Her straightforward introduction garners admiring gazes from several students. Of course, I am among them. Yeah, okay. it was a fun moment. Fall back, change school, strike. Next is Rika Hanabishi.
花火師立花です。趣味は紅茶の茶葉集めです。入れるのも勉強中です。皆さん、よろしくお願いします。
This overly serious greeting is just like her, and her hobby of brewing tea is wonderfully feminine. However,
あら、花火師さんは先ほど聖堂で話された方ですわよね。
yeah! The words are not said with malintent, but Hanabishi flinches at them. But then,
花火師さんは入試試験で一番の成績を残されたのですよ。
oh.
後で決めようと思っていましたけど、せっかくの機会だから花火師さんに救助を頼めないかしら。
Obviously, the girl with the glasses has to be the most proficient one at studying, and the one to be class president. Okay. Glasses equals smart, yes. I remember not going to school at the first day just to not introduce myself. Aww. Oh, it feels bad. I do remember those moments. It was quite nerve-wracking. It's kind of like also some sort of being ranked by the school that you came from or something. It was just... yeah. It was an awkward moment. But yeah. Rika is tiny. She's 140. Oh, that's tiny. That's really tiny. Her praise for Hanabishi's entrance score and asking her to be the class president seemed to cancel out the previous incident. Hanabishi accepts the responsibility while blushing, her chest puffed out in pride.
さて、自己紹介も済んだことですし、簡単な授業内容を説明しますね。
Sister Basket hands out a printout with the Academy's class schedule and starts explaining. First, an explanation of the 5 classes. Although it is a missionary school, it seems no different from an ordinary one.
それと、我が校としての生徒として恥じることがないよう、礼法の授業もございます。
Seeing just etiquette listed as one of the classes, I do a double take.
礼法とは、立ち居振る舞いにおける正しい作法を覚えるものです。歩き方から座礼、正しいお食事の取り方、着付けの仕方などですね。
I'm surprised to find that a staple of Japanese etiquette, kimonos, is a part of the class, but I guess when in Rome.
ダリア先生、質問なんですけど、この聖書の時間っていうのは 聖書を読む時間なんですか？
The question answers itself, causing some to giggle.
実は私も聞きたかったんです。実家がカトリックでないのでピンとこなくて。
そうですね。聖書の授業と言われても分かりづらいですよね。この授業は入学前に購入された聖書を地引きにキリスト教について学んでいきます。1年生時は理念や創世記など始まりの部分を。
難しそうですね。
いえ、ただ教義を覚える作業というわけではありません。聖書をただ読むでなく、教義を踏まえた上で現実での悲劇とどう対処するか、難病に苦しむ方との対話をどうすべきかなどディスカッションする場でもあります。
道徳の時間に近いということですか？
考える力や他人の意見を聞く方法を学ぶ場として捉えても結構です。他には聖歌やお祈りの言葉などもその時間に習得してもらいます。
よかった、教えてもらえるみたいだね。
Those of us who don't know the hymns and prayers are reassured.
他に授業で言うべきところは、はいありました。この体育となっている授業時間ですが、この学院では体育の授業は
Oh, I see.
バレエの練習となります。
バレエ？
The words fall from my mouth. I hurriedly look around the class. Good. Everyone is staring at Sister Basket, with the same question marks around their heads.
バレエと一言で言いましても、クラシック、モダン、創作ダンスと分けられますが、授業で学ぶのはクラシックのみです。この授業も学院生徒たる気品、そして芸術性を磨くためのものです。
Ballet. Imagining myself in a leotard and slippers awakens a sense of panic in me, and I quickly shoved the thought aside.
こんな大女じゃきっと似合わないわ。
I wish I could be the kind of girl that looks good in a leotard, though.
ねえ、そうちゃん。何？私ってバレエの服似合うと思う？
Aww. The question is unexpected. It would suit any girl, it suits you. Ooh. Okay. We say that it suits you, okay.
いちごさんならきっと似合うんじゃないかな。本当？そう思う？ねえ、体型とか顔立ちとかやっている雰囲気があるというか。
I can already picture it.
なら私も似合うってことですね。
I really like Ringo a lot. She's such a vibe. Ringo says this in a small voice and flashes us a V for victory sign with her fingers, and I nod enthusiastically.
初めは大変かなって思ったけど、バレエの授業楽しみだね、スオちゃん。
Yeah, peace. Once she finishes going over the general outline of the classes, Sister Basket announces that the explanation is done.
学院規則や授業のということですが、寮についてはまた後でしましょう。いっぺんに話しても頭に入ってこないでしょうし。
Sister Basket's charming smile spills over into her words. But there is one question I'm desperate to ask, that being...
ダリア先生、アミティエのことはいいんですか？初めに決める事柄だと思ったのですけど。
I see, we're on the same wavelength with Mighty. Right, the Amitia system. Since we seem to think the same way about it, I would really like Mighty as my Amitia partner. How religious is the novel? I would not want to explore the answer to that question.
最後の結びで言おうと思ったの。アミティエ試験はこれから行います。テストが終わった後、
There's a test?
本日からアミティエ制度を行ってもらいます。 慣れるためには早い方がいいですものね。
今日から
Now it is time for the Amitia test. We are told to wait here. I
頑張ろう。
bow my hands up into fists subtly so that no one sees. Do the test without a guide. It won't affect the route order much or at all. Ah, okay. 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 I'm stressed. Can I make a save? Oh, sorry. Let's see. Take your time to answer. Don't rush, says Sister Basket to Rika, who asks how much time we have.
皆さんの鉛筆が止まりましたら終わりにしますから。
I mean, yeah, I guess that works if you're part of the audience. Just you're there for the ride, but for me, I'm stressed to not mess up the route. I mean, it's reassuring that Chidoreen says that it won't change it much. But it has happened in the past that like the most unassuming things that I thought I could pick actually put me on a different route than I was trying to do. So I guess I have a little bit of flashbacks to that and I'm stressed. But it's okay. We'll be done when everyone's pencils have stopped moving. She says.
急がないわけないじゃない。
I face my question page, feeling rushed and pressured by the sound of pencils scribbling on paper. What she really means is that the person who takes the longest will make everyone else wait.
急がなくちゃとは思うけれど。
The test, spanning 150 questions, has many questions asking us the students about ourselves. If I try to answer them on the spot, I could probably answer them just fine, but when I was a child, I would always follow orders without complaint. Agree, disagree, neither. Okay, but how do I answer these? Do I answer these from what I imagine it was true about her? I guess. I would see her as a child who does do that. I did it as if it were myself. No wrong choice. Okay. Okay, fine. But yeah, I also tried to be a good kid, so this works. If I answer without thinking things through, I might be paired with someone I wouldn't want to be paired with. I could get matched with an Amitia partner I'm incompatible with.
それは嫌だ。
I like to daydream. Yeah, I do that a lot. I want to rush, but I can't. Still agonizing over it, I force myself to choose an answer. I do not care about manners. I do not care about manners. It's not that I don't care about them at all. But I'm not to the point of like what they seem to want to teach them. So it's more like a neither. I kind of land somewhere in between. Basically, I'm not anal about them. That's what I want to say. Wasn't I told my manners were good? I think that as I move my pencil. It doesn't matter what you feel about yourself if others do not value you. I think about or have tried dressing as the opposite sex. Oh, interesting question. Think about or have tried. No, not really. Not really, no. I'm trying to think, but I don't think I had such inclinations. Even when I was a kid, I was really fascinated by my mom's dresses. I was dressing up in her clothes, which were way too big for me, and the shoes as well. That's what I was into. Umineko moment. A good one. I fill in the question sheet while puzzling over what a strange question it is. I have received neurological or psychiatric treatment. Neurological or psychiatric? I mean, I've been to a therapist. Is that neurological or psychiatric? Truly Umineko. Smallness buried in a dress. Yes. And I'm wearing shoes that were way too big for my feet. Yes. Just walking like this because they had a bit of a heel, but like my feet were too tiny so they wouldn't reach the end. They were kind of like stop somewhere in the middle. I would say not. I should cosplay a male character? Oh my god. I never thought about it, to be honest. I do see a lot of people cosplaying the opposite gender characters at conventions and stuff, and I always find it cool. I didn't think that I could pass off. So I never considered it. Okay, I would say no, not here. It wasn't really psychiatric or neurological. It's an embarrassing question, but I suppose it is important if we are all going to live together. I have had a strange feeling that I was not myself. Huh. A strange feeling that I was not myself. I don't think I had it in the way that it's described in the sentence there. No, I don't think so. Battler-nism, Jesus Christ. The moment I moved my pencil, all of a sudden I felt a deep pain within my chest. It is a strange feeling, a painful and terrifying feeling. But rubbing my furrowed brow with the pencil, I turned to the rest of the test questions. Umineko moment part 2, yeah. I have finished answering the long questions and have come to the last one. What kind of friend would you like? Oh, that's a cute one. After finishing writing my answer, I finally take a breather and sneak a look around the class. I had written my answers in a hurry since being last would be embarrassing, but now it seems I finished early. I can still hear the sound of pencils running across paper. If that is the case, maybe I should write a bit more. The final question. For the question, what kind of friend would you like? I had specified in detail this and that about personality, but this is someone I'm going to be spending the next 3 years with. Every detail is important. As I'm trying to take the paper in one hand, I drop my answer sheet and hurriedly bend to pick it up. As I do, oh, she's so cute! Finally get a close-up of her. Mairi picks my test up from the floor and hands it to me.
Shirahane-san?
My face, no, my entire body instantly becomes hot. Why is she the one next to me? How? Questions swirl in my head. I had gotten up to go to the restroom once, and when I came back to my seat, well... The back in front of me is not her petite form, but a different person's... Did she sit in the wrong place? The wrong person's back. Had there been a break when I went to the bathroom? When I'd come back, everyone was waiting for the test, so I had rushed back to my seat, but...
Shirahane-san, これ.
Finally comprehending that Mary really is sitting next to me, I take the test she's handing me with shaking hands. I think as I glimpse the test on Mary's desk. Hearing Mary's troubled voice, I look to her and see she is looking at the dense writing on my test. Seething with shame, I Apologize and take the paper. Ask what kind of friend she wrote about wanting. Okay. Wait, let me find that because I need to skip the questions we had. Okay. Apologize and take the paper. Ask what kind of friend she wrote about wanting. Yes, the second one.
高坂さんはなんて書いたのですか?
I ask. I've gone and asked it.
え、私?
Of course, her eyebrows knit together at this, and I turned white as a sheet, wondering why I asked such a stupid question.
ああ、ごめん。悩む必要もないくらい当たり前のことしか書いてなかったから。
She points to the last answer I wrote, with its multiple lines.
こんなに真面目に書いている人に聞かせるのが恥ずかしいかなって思って。
She says with a wry grin as she puts the test back on my desk.
こんなにたくさん書いて、
優しい人がいいとか、人当たりがいいだとか、当たり前のことばかり書いてないで、もう少しちゃんと考えてみるよ。ありがとうね、白羽さん。
She smiles kindly at me, and the only thing I can say is okay.
よかったのかな?
I thought I had embarrassed Mairi, but she seems happy. I pretend to proofread my test, burying my face in the answer sheet, so as to hide my embarrassment. Bear is drowning in cute. Yeah, that was very, very cute. I wonder if we'll be asked what kind of person we want to be paired with. Having heard there would be a final interview to determine our amitié partners, I'm sitting in one of the chairs lined up in the hallway waiting for my turn.
どんな人がいいか?
The words Ichiko had said as she went to her interview before me come to my lips, and I ruminate over them in my mind.
やっぱり私は
Mairi, who had picked up my test for me, comes to mind.
優しくて頼りになるまゆりさんが
No.
頼りになるならリッカさんもそうだよね
I would be happy to have Rika, the class president and most studious person in class, as my amitié partner. I choose... Oh! We actually get to choose. Okay. Like... Interesting. Alright, so we choose Mairi, obviously, because this is what we're doing, yeah. I remember her smiling kindly at me. Under the cherry blossoms in the dark of the night, she'd smiled at me. Miss Suo Shirahane. Called upon by Sister Basket. I get to my feet. Why don't we go together this time, she says. As I am resting limply in the hallway after the nerve-wracking interview, Rika speaks to me. I am tired, and when she makes the offer again, I simply accept. We head outside the school building to where the upperclassmen await us.
わあ、すごく綺麗ね。教室へ向かう際も思ったけれど、こういう西洋建築の建物って憧れだわ。白羽さんもそう思わない?
Rika says, looking up at the high ceiling of the entrance. A rainbow of colors pours through the beautifully crafted stained glass in the ceiling. I nod to myself, thinking about how the white entrance, which we'd had no time to look at while rushing to class, really is beautiful.
私の家は旧家で昔ながらの書院造りだったから、こういう西洋風のところに住むのが夢だったの。ドミトリーも同じような作りで素敵だったし。
Perhaps question marks have appeared around my head at the word dormitory because Rika smiles and explains.
寄宿舎のことをドミトリーって言うのよ。ミッションスクールに入学するのだから調べておいたの。
I can't help but smile at Rika, who is proudly puffing out her chest.
や やっぱり子供っぽいと思うわよね。大人な白羽さんに話したのは失敗だったかしら。ごめん。嘘冗談よ。やっと笑ってくれたからつい嬉しくなっちゃって。昨日は勇気を出して話しかけたのに逃げられちゃったから気にしていたの。何か失礼なことをしたんじゃないのかって。そんなこと。そうならよかった。でもどうして走って行っちゃったの？私それが気になって。
Rika fiddles with the handrail on the old stairs as she asks me, and I... Oh, another choice. Just give me a sec. I tell her I was surprised, confessed the truth. We confessed the truth, as I see. Okay. It's best to be honest. I don't know why I think this, but I start speaking to Rika, who seems anxious.
実は私とある理由で学校に通っていなかったの。そうなの？ええ、自宅内学習という制度で勉強はしていたのだけど、だから同年代の女の子と話すのは慣れていなくて、それで話しかけられた時どうしていいかわからなくなる。
Already have more choices than Umineko. Yeah, it's alright. I did appreciate that Umineko wasn't so much based on choices, that it was a straightforward experience, I'd say. That was interesting. I see. Rika mutters the words, nodding to herself, and looks down, a grave expression on her face. I regret ever saying anything.
よかった。え？
What?
白羽さんをバカにしたのではなくて、嫌われたのじゃなくてよかったって思ったの。暗がりで急に呼びかけたのだから失礼だったって思ったし。そんなこと。だからよかったって。白羽さんは学校に通っていなかったことを気にしているようだけど大丈夫よ。この学院にはアミティエ制度もあるし、クラスメートみんないい子ばかりだったじゃない。だからすぐに仲良くなれるわ。
Will I really?
今もこうして仲良くおしゃべりしているしね。
I nod slightly, encouraged by her kind, friendly smile. She then holds her hand out to me.
それじゃ行きましょう。
She says,
これか
Oh,
ら
that's
ど
so
うしようかな。
pretty. Oh, all those colors. I love that. Looking up at the deserted school building, I let out a long sigh. Back then, having solved our misunderstanding, Rika holds out her hand, which was holding the number card given at the end of the interview we just had. She tells me that we should hurry up since the upperclassmen who are going to give us a tour of campus are waiting. I part ways with her to find the upperclassman with the same number on her chest as I have on my card,
あ
but
んな状況じゃ無理よ。
the upperclassman who's waiting for me, she seems popular, standing in the center of a group of students and laughing with them. First of all, I can't do this right now. I do not have the courage to interrupt when they are having such a good time
そ
talking.
れに途中から怒っていたし。
I had waited for them to finish their conversation, but it seemed that the upperclassmen started getting angry when the freshman, me, didn't show up. It's only natural since we've been waiting a long time, but the more time passes, the less I am able to go over, so I stand rooted to my spot. It's a bit awkward.
そして誰もいなくなっ
Ah! Okay, I did not expect that. I say the name of the mystery novel I'd read as a child, wondering what to do next.
学院を案内してもらってから教室に戻ってくるだったわよね。
But the time we're supposed to be back is an hour and a half from now. I don't want to be there by myself.
一人で見て回るしかないわよね。
Okay. I start walking back to the school building with heavy feet in an attempt to kill time. So, did I get this right? She was too anxious to approach the group made out of the upperclassmen that's supposed to show her around, and other people. I guess they were just split into various groups, right? Because it wasn't like a one-to-one pairing, right? She was just anxious to approach it, so she just stood away until they got annoyed about her not coming, and they just left. Is that what happened? Oh gosh. Okay. I must have been wandering around for about half an hour when she's going to become a witch. Oh god. All of a sudden, Shirahane-san, a voice calls out and I turn around. Seeing a familiar face coming towards me from down the hall, I am at once filled with joy and an urge to hide.
一緒に行ったのだから分かっているわけだし。
I wave weakly to her as she comes strutting down the hallway, and Rika hurries over to me with a smile.
また会ったわね、白羽さん。ええ。
Oh, Motsu-chan.
ずいぶん早く案内が終わったのね。教室に戻るところかしら。
If she says I finished early, wouldn't it mean that she did too? She seems to have read my question through my silence, and as Rika clasps her hands together and explains.
私の方は案内役の方が急な用事が入ったらしくて、すぐに別れたの。恐縮されたのだけど、大体の間取りは入学前のパンフレットで分かっているし、分かりづらい部活動の説明は受けたしね。
She says that brightly.
そうなんだ。
She cocks her head at me as if to ask, "What about you?"
どうしよう。なんて言えば。
I consider telling her that my guide also had an emergency and had to leave early, but yeah, it's a little bit.
また誤解させるのは嫌だな。
I don't want to hurt her again like last night.
実は恥ずかしいのだけど。白羽さん、こっちよ、こっち。花火師さん。
Rika pulls me by the hand into a corner classroom.
ここがレッスン室。バレエの授業に使われるそうよ。
She shows me the impressive mirrored room, and all I can do is say "oh" in a squeaky voice.
あら、どうしたの？どうしたのって。
I confess that I was unable to approach the upperclassmen and had wandered about campus aimlessly. Rika didn't mock me, nor did she laugh at
なら、
me.
私が案内するわ。
She offered, and my eyes nearly welled up with tears of
で
joy.
も、
The problem for me now at this moment is that my hand is being held. Oh.
もしかして急ぎすぎて疲れちゃった？いえ、そうじゃないわ。そう、私嬉しくなるとつい夢中になっちゃう癖があって、早足になってたのかなって思ったから、行き過ぎたところがあったら気にせずに言ってね。
She looks up at me with kind eyes from behind her glasses, and I start to sweat.
まずいわ。
Maybe this is a normal thing between girls, but this is the first time a person the same age and sex as me has held my hand. I'm sweating, and it's all I can do to keep myself from blushing furiously.
白羽さんはバレエをやったことがあるの？いえ、やったことないです。そう、スタイルもいいし、立ち振る舞いも背筋に芯が通っているように見えたから、もしかしたらと思っていたのだけど、違うのね。
I returned the flattery with a forced smile. She's been holding my hand ever since she started giving me this tour. The more I try not to be nervous, the more my palm sweats.
大丈夫かしら。嫌だったりしないのかな。
Since she is holding my hand, she is close enough for me to feel her breath. She is shorter than me, and there's a nice, soft, sweet smell coming from around the collar of her uniform. The femininity of it sends my temperature rising ever higher.
学校でバレエを習うなんて不思議な気持ちだわ。クラスメートにレオタード姿を見られるわけだし。
I look into her carefree smile. My mind wanders as I think how lovely her long eyelashes are behind her glasses.
ちょっと恥ずかしいわよね、白羽さん。ええ。
I can't speak properly and I look down as I feel my cheeks get hot.
日がよく当たるように作られてるのね。少し暑いわ。次はもう少し涼しげなところに行きましょう。
I wonder if she's already noticed my red face.
お願いします。
That's all I can manage, aware of her soft hand still holding mine. The next place she leads me to is... oh, library. Is there a Kotomi doing hambunko hidden among the bookshelves? Oh, man. A library which is so magnificent that I let out a cry as I stare at it in wonder.
なかなかの蔵書よね。
In winter? Okay, looking forward to that.
すごい。
Oh, her shoes are so cute. They have like little flowers here, and that's nice. There's that slightly moldy smell unique to old books, and the dim lighting to protect the books from damage is calming. The wooden bookshelves, though, rough yet stately. This is my dream library.
本当に私が夢見た通りの図書室だ
Her
わ。
eyes are so sparkly too. I step further into the library as though beckoned by an invisible force and stroke a finger down the spines of the books on a nearby shelf.
まるで映画の中の世界みたい。
I'd seen stately libraries like this in the movies, and it had always been my dream to go to one. Then,
本当になるなんて。ここなら涼しいからいいかなって思ったのだけど、すごいわ。別の意味でよかったみたいね。
I turn around as if awakened from a dream. Rika is giving me a look like I'm a child who has just found a toy.
つい夢中になって。いいの。図書室を案内して正解みたいね。ここ、なんていうか映画のセットみたいよね。私もそう思ったわ。でしょ？でも案内してくれた上級生の話だとあんまり人気のない施設みたい。今時の本は置いてなくて古書ばかりらしいから。そうなんだ。
I stare at the book I have been stroking. The sun-faded yellowing spine somehow feels lonely.
お昼と放課後は開放されているそうだからまた来ましょう。
She urges me on to the next place, and I feel reluctant to leave. However,
また来ようと言ってくれた。
right now, just those words are music to my ears.
それじゃ次は私のお気に入りの場所を案内するわね。次の場所へ行きましょう、白羽さん。
She holds out her hand to me, and I at last realized that I had let go of it. Her favorite place is...
調理室？
In contrast to the rooms we've seen up until now, which felt somewhat historic, this room has modern appliances installed in it. A simple tiled sink, 2 gas cookers side by side, and tableware arranged neatly in clean cabinets. Rika steps forward and spreads her arms out amidst the kitchen counters. Sorry, I don't know how I did that. I didn't mean to. Isn't it amazing, Yama? She exclaims.
ここってクラブハウスが並んでいる場所よね。ならそう、ここもクラブの一つ、料理クラブよ。
It's certainly not the kind of place where they would make all the students food. The voice one at the bottom. Okay, thank you. Rather, the small kitchen stations lined up together look like the cooking schools I've seen in movies, so it makes more sense that it would be the cooking club.
こんなに立派な設備があるなんてすごいわよね。これで正式な部ではないって言うんだから驚きよ。正式な部じゃない？それじゃあこれって同好会なの？同好会とは少し違うの。予算は出ているそうだし。
If that's the case, how is it different from an official club?
学院で公認されている正式な部は合唱部、文芸部、天文部の3つだけなんですって。でも他の生徒が学びたいって自発的に人を集めてクラブにしたものが手芸クラブや美術クラブ、それにこの料理クラブなんですって。
I take her words in as I look around. It looks too professional to say that students started it all by themselves.
さすがはお嬢様学校よね。
I tell Rika, who is triumphantly puffing out her chest, that I would be really excited by it if I liked cooking.
私別に料理が得意だとか好きだとかじゃないわよ。はい。
She said she brought me here because this is her favorite place. Seeing my expression, not unlike a deer in headlights, she smiles and waves her hand.
私が気に入ったのはこっち。
She walks away from the counters to the wall, where there's a shelf with cooking utensils. I follow her.
どう？品が良いものばかり揃えていると思わない？良いものって。
Dishes, forks, whisks, tongs, and other utensils are arranged on the shelf like decorations.
確かに高そうではあるけれど。
I'm just checking. I don't cover the text in these, do I? I hope not. I'm not exactly an expert on cutlery, but the gleaming knives and forks look like they're made of silver. They are expensive.
確かに細工や品質にこだわっているように見えるわね。そうでしょう。上級生に案内されていた時にはじっくり見られなかったからもう一度見に来たかったの。そうなんだ。
Different strokes for different folks, but silverware? I marvel that someone could be interested in this.
こういうのはデザインだとか使っている材質だとかで良し悪しがあるのかな。あ、やっぱりだわ。ちらっと見た時そうだとは思ったけれど、まさかこんなに珍しい品が置いてあるなんて。私も手に入れるのが大変だったのに。やっぱりこういうのって専門店で買われるの？ええ、自分で比べてみて取り寄せるの。やっぱり品質が違うわ。匂いでわかるもの。匂い？
Do high-quality materials smell better? I've never smelled silverware before, but stainless steel forks and silver forks probably smell different.
ねえ、白羽さんならこの中でどれがお好み？どれが？
I'm not particularly attached to eating utensils.
そうね。強いて言えば銀製のものを試してみたいかも。銀
？Oh, sorry. Okay, I thought I skipped the line. I didn't. It's okay. She cocks her head as she gives me an innocently blank look, and I become embarrassed, thinking my choice in silverware was unrefined. But after a moment, Rika claps her hands together. Hands, oh lord. so sorry.
ああ、シルバーで名が書かれている缶のことね。乳母を選ぶなんて白羽さんも通なのね。
Ova? No, she said tin just now.
ダージリンやアッサムみたいな王道を選んでいるのではないものね。乳母を選ぶところを見るとミルクティーが好みなのかしら。でももったいないのよね。乳母は綺麗な紅色なのにミルクを垂らしてしまうから。ダージリン
I say, and finally, I at last noticed the square tins lined up on the top shelf above the silverware, and I understand that she had been talking about tea the whole time. Okay. I was so confused. It's like, what's happening? When did we switch to tea?
食器マニアじゃなかったんだ。マニアそうね、そう言われるのは少し嬉しいかも。
Rika gives a satisfied smile. I, on the other hand, turned red at the fact that I'd been so confused.
でもさすがミッションスクールよね。専門店以外でこんなに種類が揃っているのを初めて見たわ。やっぱりお茶会とかあるのかしら。そうね。
I still haven't recovered from my mistake. Rika gazes at the tea-stuffed tins with twinkling eyes, then clasps her hands together.
そうだ、同じクラスになった記念にクラスみんなを誘ってお茶会を開いたらどうかしら。家から茶葉をたくさん持ち込んだから簡単な催しならできると思うし。お茶会か。
Scenes from the novel Anne of Green Gables or the movie Marie Antoinette come to mind. I've always longed to be surrounded by friends at a tea party. You could even call it a dream.
いいかも。でしょ？いいアイディアだわ。
I'm lost in my daydreams when I hear a voice right by my ear and I quickly look up.
白羽さん。何ですか？お誘いしたら白羽さんも参加してくれる？
She squeezes my hand once again and...
ダメ？
Oh. Heat rises to my neck and I feel it continue toward my face. Rika's hand wrapped around mine. Just the realization makes me start to sweat all over again.
今度こそちゃんと伝えるのよ。私でよければ。本当？よかった。楽しいお茶会になりそうね。
I somehow manage a smile in response to her excited words.
かわいい。
This is what I lack, I think, as I watch her bounce a little. If I acted more like Rika, then I would have friends too.
これって。
I look up to the ceiling instinctively at the distant yet clear sound of a bell ringing.
確か終業のチャイムだわ。アミティエの選定が終わったのよ。アミティエが。
I feel the excitement that had been building inside me go cold, and a different kind of excitement now grips me deep within my heart.
急ぎましょう、白羽さん。
She holds out her hand.
はい。
Pulling back my embarrassment, I gently take her hand. Staring at the podium, a sense of déjà vu comes over me. The freshman class is awaiting the results of the Amitié selection without a single cough to break the silence, just like at the entrance ceremony. While waiting for the announcement, I get the feeling that this is not the first time I have felt this way.
いつのことだろう。
Filled with a jumbled mix of emotions that could be expectation or fear, I fumble for what lies behind this sense of déjà vu that's telling me I have experienced it before.
この学院に来る前の少し前の記憶。
My life at my old school that I just couldn't adapt to.
違う。もっと前。
The day I was put in my grandfather's care.
あの時感じたのは安堵だ。
Mother's death.
違う。
私があの時受けた感情は別物だ。母が亡くなった日は、今の私が私になった日だ。
My mother died, and so it was just me and my father. Although our life was lonely, my father was kind, and I wanted for nothing. I had been grateful. However,
父は私が耐えられぬほど寂しいのだと勘違いしていた。
of course, I did miss my mother.
父は無口になった私をおもんぱかっていた。
After my mother's death, I became antisocial. But it wasn't out of loneliness. My mother was talkative, and because I would engage her in conversation, he thought I was talkative too. After her death, I simply reverted to my original temperament.
なのに
He remarried. I remember my stepmother's face, and I realized the déjà vu I'm feeling comes from the first time I met that woman.
期待と恐れ。
Feeling as though I have defiled my new start at the academy, and the amitié with whom I'll learn and grow. I squeeze my eyes shut and banish these visions of my family.
今は楽しいことだけを考えよう。
It is better to be optimistic. The feeling of expectation and fear comes naturally with meeting new people, I think as I shake my head. Then I hear the sound of footsteps ascending to the podium. I look up nervously, and before my eyes, I really dislike it when they do this thing of like, we're just gonna stop the sentence here and not finish it, and then we're gonna switch to a completely different thing. I think it is called a gazebo, a word meaning a small building in a garden used for resting. So the term is technically correct, but it is in the same Western style as the campus, lecture halls, and dormitories, and its appearance makes me hesitate to call it a gazebo. It is just like something out of the movie Marie Antoinette. Seeing it standing there, proudly among seasonal roses of all colors in bloom, is overwhelming. No, there is another reason I feel overwhelmed.
ずるい。それ私的に狙っていたやつだったんだけど。ずっと食べなかったからいいと思ったのに。
At the end of the table, the Sasaki twins are chattering away boisterously. Then,
購買で売っているものにしてはなかなかの味だね。ただグラニュー糖とクリームの配分がもう少しうまくやれれば生クリームがもっと美味しくなったのにな。
へえ、高坂さんお料理詳しいの？
お菓子作りは趣味でね。ケーキ類は昔散々作ったものさ。
意外だわ。あんまりお料理が作れる人だと思わなかったのに。
what is that supposed to mean? Mayuri asks, a slightly scary look in her eyes.
お茶のおかわりはどう？白羽さんはミルクティーがお好みなのよね。
Ignoring Mayuri's question, Rika gets up to fix me some tea without waiting for my answer. I feel out of place. The other reason I feel overwhelmed is that we are having this tea party in the magnificent gazebo with all 20 of our classmates.
こんなに賑やかだなんて。
Gazebo is a new word for you? Or are you joking? I can't tell in text, I'm so sorry. At first, I'd been delighted, thinking that a tea party might be the optimal way to make friends, but
一人と話すのにも緊張するのに、こんなに多くいたら何を話していいか分からないわ。
okay. That's interesting. I feel like I've come upon it so often. That's alright. We learn things every day. I'm literally overwhelmed, and unable to talk to anyone, I withdraw into myself.
出会いの記念に
お茶会を開こうとリッカさんが言ってくれた時は楽しみだったのにな。
Rika, who said she likes both brewing and drinking tea, is gallantly filling her classmates' cups whenever she spots one that's empty. Now it's my turn.
さあどうぞ。
She takes the teapot, which had been keeping warm on the tea mat, and pours tea into my empty cup, then follows with warm milk.
ありがとう。いえ、冷めないうちにどうぞ。
I do as she says and take a drink. Fragrant and bitter, it's clearly different from store-bought tea.
おいしい。
The words spill from my lips as I do a double take.
それはね、乳母の茶葉なの。バラの香りがするでしょ。ここで飲むならこれだって思ったの。そうなんだ。セイロンティーの中では一番渋みと酸味が強いのが特徴なの。刺激的で深い苦みが最高なのよ。独特の後期は乳母フレーバーといって、一度ストレートで飲んでみてほしいわ。
Oh, really? I keep saying the same thing, even when I am given an hint.
ごめんね。白羽さんはミルクティーが好きだって言っていたのに、好みまでいろいろ言われたくないよね。そんな。
She'd asked me, someone with no knowledge of tea, what kind of tea I liked, and without thinking, I'd said milk tea. That's all. Yeah, it's really not that deep. I would drink whatever Rika recommends.
アミティアなんだから。なんて言ったの？
Perhaps she heard me whispering because she has leaned in closer and is cocking her head. It almost feels as though she is touching my skin through my thin uniform, and I recoil in surprise.
白羽さん？委員長、リンゴのお茶がなくなったから入れてほしいって。アップルティーが欲しい。
Yeah. Of course.
わかったわ。すぐ用意するわね。ねえ、私的にはジャンピングっていうのが見てみたいな。
Jump? What? Rika looks a bit confused.
あれは茶葉が跳ねるように湧き立たせることを言うのだけど、多分いちごさんはこっちのことを言っているのよね。
She swiftly changes the tea leaves and pours boiling water into the pot. Oh, that's so cute!
これこれ。
Oh my god, look at those sandwiches and cookies. Oh no. Oh no. Food, it looks too good. Also, they're so cute. So cute. Oh gosh.
映画で見たことがある。
Like, Ringo, I'm surprised to see a scene from a movie coming to life before my eyes. And I end up staring at Rika as she pours the tea with a look of concentration on her face.
本当はカップじゃなくてポットの方へお湯を入れるとき、茶葉を上下運動させるために勢いよく湯を入れることをジャンピングっていうの。はあ、そうだったのですか。これは空気をより含ませた方が美味しいから、そのための入れ方なのよ。ねえねえ、今度は私のをやって。仕方ないわね。
She says, but does not seem to really mind as she pours tea into Ichigo's cup.
話す機会なさそうだね。
Mairi says, stabbing at her cake with a fork, and with a small sigh, I nod.
せっかくアミティエ同士になったのだからゆっくり話したいところだよね。
ええ。
That's right. The results of the Amitia selection had been announced.
花火師リッカさんとご縁ができた。
So we've been paired with Rika. Didn't we choose Mairi? Did I do something wrong? Was it the answers that I gave to the test? Or is that supposed to happen? It was decided that I would be Amitia partners with class president Rika Hanabishi. Nothing wrong? Okay. It seems I had completely spaced out when I heard Rika's name. I finally snapped out of it when Mairi, who was sitting in front of me, shook me.
ぎょっとしていたけど、花火師さんが網亭になったのが嫌だった？
そんなことありません。ただ予想外の名前だったので。
I thought that the person listening to me so attentively right now, Mairi, would be a good partner.
嫌なことはありません。今もああやってみんなに気を使えるいい人だって分かっているし。
確かに紅茶好きだとは聞いたけど、根っから人をもてなすのが好きなんだろうね。放課後お茶会を開こうなんて考え、思いもつかなかったよ。
As Mairi says this, I look Rika's way. She looks confused at having been offered a cake as thanks for showing her technique. Seeing her blushing and looking embarrassed as she puts a forkful of cake in her mouth, I think how kind and thoughtful a person she is.
もっと話したいんだけどな。普段飲むのよりもリンゴの香りがする。アップルティーってちゃんと専用の茶葉があるんだね。きちんと大別として認められているものだから、フレーバーを茶葉になじませてあるのよ。そうなんだ。また飲みたいな。ねえ、市販のティーパックでもアップルのやつって売ってるかな？大丈夫。ストレートしかない場合でもリンゴを薄くスライスして2切れほどカップに入れて注げばいいの。それで香りはつくわ。リンゴスライス。痛そう。
Oh, that's cute.
あ、それじゃあいちごの茶葉はストロベリー味とかないの？それは
The pleasant banter of the Sasaki twins. Seeing Rika mingling and talking with the other classmates, I think about what will happen from now.
リカさんは委員長だ。
It's probably not impossible to get closer with her, even as she takes care of all our classmates. But we probably won't have much time together as Amitia partners will be.
それは嫌だな。
I say and look toward her. It seems her conversation has finished and she turns to me.
あら、高坂さん、カップが空ね。おかわりはいかがかしら？
She's talking to Mairi, not me.
いや、だいぶいただいたしね。ああ、そうだ。
何でも言って。好みの紅茶を入れるから。
よし、それじゃあコーヒーをもらえるかな。ブ
Oh!
ラックで。
Oh!
コーヒーですって？
At a tea party. I watch the two of them pretending to be mad as they enjoy their conversation.
寄宿舎ではちゃんと話そう。
I make up my mind to talk with my Amitia partner in the dormitory, where it will be just the two of us. Hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. A quote from the Shawshank Redemption, a movie which has influenced me. Interesting. In these circumstances, I am compelled to agree with those words. After the nerve-wracking tea party, I part ways with everyone and return to the dormitory. That looks super cute, but oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen 3 beds stacked upon each other. Interesting. I relax in the room that I will share with Rika Hanabishi, my Amitia partner. Then, just as I'd hoped, I have an Amitia-like conversation with Rika in our room. We talk about all sorts of things, like our hobbies and hometowns.
私にしてはつまらずに話せたのだから大成功だわ。
I am elated that I can hold a casual conversation with a friend, even if she is just a friend by circumstance. So much so that the words from Shawshank Redemption come to mind. That's right, I could recall.
白羽さん、もう片付けが済んだの？
Not yet, I squeak.
荷物の整理が済んだらダイニングルームへ集まるよう言われているのだから手早く済ませた方がいいわ。そうね。
Now that I look at that bed, how are you supposed to get into the one in the middle? You'd need to be a little acrobatic, I guess. What? How do you get in? Anyway. Crawl between. Oh god. I would not want to have that. The words catch in my throat. I go to take my things from my bag. Napkins? Or handkerchiefs, sorry. Oh no, it's underwear. Okay. Excuse me, I didn't think that far. I feel my cheeks flush as I watch her neatly fold her underwear on the bed before putting it away on the shelf. Perhaps because we are the same sex, she folds her panties without any sign of embarrassment. Oh, great, here we are. Seeing this makes me blush. I swear, they look like handkerchiefs to me, and I am actually grateful that I have that image in my head.
学院では制服以外は禁止だって規則に書かれていたでしょ？そうだったっけ？
Even though I'd been able to talk just moments ago, I cannot respond properly now. Wait, they're not allowed to have any other kinds of clothes than the uniform? Perhaps Rika has noticed that I am being weird because she stops what she's doing and comes over.
どうしたの？何か困ったことがあるなら言ってね。これから共同生活をする仲間なんだから。仲間？そうよ。アミティエなんだから気兼ねなく話してほしいわ。
She looks up at me with a gentle smile.
そうだわ。これから一緒に生活するのだから、これくらいで照れていてはダメよね。
Still more modest than handhold. Oh, God. I've made up my mind.
共同生活なんだから着替えとかだって。お着替え？ダイニングホールに集まってみんなでお食事だって言われていたけど、お食事の前に着替えるの？いえ。
Afraid I might have shown my true colors, I feel my neck get hot again and I go silent. She cocks her head and looks at me in confusion.
おや、ノックをして入った方が良かったかな。
それはそうでしょう。共同生活なのよ。親しき中にも礼儀ありでしょ。
Mairi stands before the open door, looking at us like a child who has found a toy.
そういうまともな返しをするなんて、委員長はなかなかに肝が据わっているんだね。隔絶された女の園だよ。噂されるような状況は作らない方がいいな。
何を言って。
She points to the bed with the folded underwear and then to her own hand. Rika, who has just realized she's still holding her panties, is clearly dismayed as not just her cheeks but her entire face turns crimson.
これは
やっと気づいたようだね。傍から見れば下着を握りしめて白羽さんに迫っているみたいだよ。
Oh god.
違う。私は何か白羽さんが困っているようだったから。
本当かい？
There's laughter in Mairi's eyes and Rika looks at me with a serious face.
本当よ。
I nod my confirmation. Hearing me agree, Rika lets out a sigh of relief.
なんだ、誤解なのか。同室の相手が変わった趣味の持ち主だなんて少し面白そうだと思ったんだけどね。
何を言っているのよ、もう。
冗談だよ。まあ、女同士だからってあんまり大っぴらにしない方がいいってことさ。
Right, she asks, smiling at me. I reply with a yes. Hearing that it is a joke, Rika starts to open her mouth, but she takes a glance at the panties still in her hand and hurries back to the bed.
早く荷物の整理をした方がいいわ。もうすぐ食事よ。
階段の突き当たりでばったり佐々木、あれは姉かな、彼女と会ったのさ。随分と話好きでなかなか解放してくれなかったんだよ。
そう。
Her curt answer feels somehow off.
早く整理した方がいい？いえ、それよりも。
I look at the cheery Mayuri.
さっき、同室の相手がって言ったような。
I stare at Mayuri with an uneasy lump in my throat.
ん？どうしたんだい？
I mean, there are 3 beds.
白羽さんもせかしてるのよ。遅れたら連帯責任だわ。
Ah, so that's it. How did I not notice it before?
ベッドを。
ああ、遅れた私が悪いんだから、ベッドは真ん中でいいよ。下は委員長が取ったようだしね。
That's right. Up until now, I'd been so nervous that I hadn't noticed, but
この部屋、3人部屋だわ。
it's a 3-person room, yeah.
高坂さんも同室なの？
ひどいな。私だけ小公女みたいな生活をしろっていうのかい？
屋根裏部屋？このドミトリーってあったかしら？
冗談だよ。
Me too, says Rika's distant voice.
それじゃ、嘘、本当に？
I recall the quote from Shawshank Redemption once again, then sit down on the floor in confusion.
ん？その様子じゃ、もしかして。
白羽さん？高坂さんが何かしたの？違うの。変な質問かもしれないけど。
I take another breath.
高坂さんもこの部屋で共同生活をするの？
I ask.
そうか。
The two of them look more astonished than anything by my question. But...
でも、アミティエは花火師さんでしょ？共同生活の相手はアミティエだけだって。これってもしかして。
ああ、なんでかはわからないけど、行き違いか話を聞いてなかったみたいだね。
話？
I think back to the Amitia selection at the lecture hall. The teacher in charge of the selection committee said Rika Hanabishi was my Amitia partner.
白羽さん。何か思い違いをしているようだけど、アミティエは3人1組なのよ。
Huh?
選考で名前が呼ばれてから最後、今年から2人組のアミティエよりも3人組でのアミティエの方がコミュニティ能力が上がるだろうからそうなったって話したじゃないか。
Ah, okay. So it's a new thing. I've gotten stuck on the word partner, indicating 2 people.
報道で選考委員の方からリッカさんの名前が出たとき。
The very name I had hoped for.
耳に入っていなかったのかも。
I see.
そう緊張から聞き逃してしまったのね、きっと。
それかよほど花火師さんの名前が出て喜んだから私の名前は耳に入らなかったとか。
Her guess is right on the mark, and I blush and look down. Mayuri smells surreptitiously, while Rika's white skin turns redder and redder.
まゆりさんもアミティエに？
First, I get to be partners with Rika, and now with Mayuri. This is wonderful. But...
なんて言えば。
while it's true that I'm happy she's my Amitia partner, it is not quite as Mayuri says. A partner I'll live with from here on out. It could get awkward. I've got to resolve our misunderstandings.
あれ、黙ったままなんて本当に図星だったのかな。
白羽さんは落ち着いた大人の女性なんです。呆れているのよ。
Oh, man. I hear their words over my head as I stare at my nails, trying to escape reality. I then notice my handkerchief has fallen to the floor and I go to pick it up.
取れなかったこと、緊張していたからと言えばいいかしら。
That is what Rika had said. I wiped the sweat that has beaded on my forehead with the handkerchief in my hand.
何をいきなり笑っているのよ。
いや、まさかひょうたんからコマだと思ってさ。
What an old saying, she says, and looks once again to where Mairi is pointing. When she turns her eyes to me, she suddenly freezes.
白羽さん、それ。
Ah, no, it's not a handkerchief. Okay, I get it. Alright. Okay. Her white skin turns even redder as she points. That's a cute plushie though, the froggy.
ハンカチ。
My handkerchief, it's, well...
ごめんなさい。返してもらえるかしら。
The thing in my hand turns out to be what Rika had been folding on her bed.
初日から飛ばすね、白羽さん。
I can hear her chuckling. I stand there clutching her panties, wonder what I should do. Today, in phrases I didn't think I would say, but here we are. My brain froze like my body. My brain frozen like my body. I look up to the indigo evening sky peeking in through the window. Yeah, she's sweet and anxious and like...
私が彼女を連想し思い出すのは王女という単語。取り返しがつかなくなるほどにスポイルされた美しい王女。確かな子を持ち、相手の心を傷つけることに躊躇はない。絶対的な命により処刑されてゆく彼女らを見ても、精神的虐殺を行う振る舞いを見ても、私は王女こそが処刑台を心待ちにしているように思えた。これはこれからの物語は私とある王女との出会い。
Alright. We already did one full chapter. Would it make sense to make a save and leave it here for now? I think that it's good. It's a nice close. Alright. I guess I'll make it here. When I run out of slots, I'll do a cleanup. Can I watch it from the game? How would I do that? Start new and skip to Mayuri's intro. Okay. That's it. Title. Okay. I'm not sure what's the button for skipping though. Is it control in here?
私が欲したものは
Seems to be. Is it this?
そうだ。
I don't know how far along I should skip. Does it just start by itself?
祖父から教えてもら
Skip to Mayuri's intro. At what point in the story was it? Remind me again.
なんで私はあの人気がつ
Okay.
そう
そそっかしいんだね君は。
Ah, I can do this. Okay. But it goes to here again. This is where you told me that I had skipped it already. Or... like, I don't know. A stream thing? Let me go. Yeah, these don't do anything. Sorry about that. I don't know. It's okay. Just if you have a YouTube link, just share it in Discord and we'll have a look. I really don't think I did anything there. Unless the skipping skips it too, but I'm not sure. I know it has this movie playback option, but it's on. So I don't think there's anything else in here that I might have set wrong. I basically left them default, just adjusted the volume for the sounds and stuff. Yeah, thank you all for joining. This is... it's nice. It's soothing. It's calming. I just hope the awkward parts aren't that awkward or more awkward than what we've seen so far. Yeah, Chidori, no worries. I'm enjoying it. It's been a pleasant experience. So let's do that. And over here. Yeah. Bye. Right, so I guess this is us embarking on a new journey. Excited to see where it goes. This has been quite a relaxing evening for me, so Big Blue Nezu, yeah. Blue everywhere. Just 5 characters introduced so far, a few more next time. Okay, looking forward to it. So far, they're all very cute. And I really like Ringo. I resonate with her on a deep personal level. Okay. Yeah. Curious to see what the other ones are and what their stories will be. So, yeah. Really happy we're embarking on this journey. We were talking a while ago about maybe having the streams be like Tuesdays VNs and Thursdays something else. I don't particularly have anything in mind immediately. I will there. I don't particularly have anything in mind immediately, so we can do only this for a while. But if you have suggestions for some other games that I could play on Thursdays, just let me know. I might have a few small ones left over from last time we were talking about it. I think I didn't play everything that was suggested. I will look into it, but for now I think that's okay. And for next week we can try on Tuesday the stream that we skipped last week. If Bancho comes back into the the world of the healthy. Let's find out something else first. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so for next week it would probably be like that still. So we would still do it Thursday, and after that we figure it out. Yeah. I think this is a good plan. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. I feel like I want to ask Chidori something, but I'm not sure exactly what I could ask at this point in time, because it's hard to... we just got into it. Maybe out of the characters that we've seen so far, which one do you like the most? Something like along those lines. Probably Rika or Ringo, but Rika takes a while to get going. Okay, I see, I see. I was quite fascinated by her knowledge of teas, so I'm curious if there will be more of that. That was fun. I didn't like Rika until winter. Okay, I see, I see. When I started, my favorite was Mairi. Okay, yeah, she's very cute. But I feel like we've seen much more of Rika, and maybe even I feel like I gotten to know Ichigo and Jingo a bit more than Mairi. Mairi, there's still like a little bit of I don't really know what she's about. But yeah, I guess that will get settled in time as we get more scenes and things where she's involved. So yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Have a good evening, a nice ending to your day. Take care of yourselves. My top 3 hasn't shown up yet, unfortunately, but soon. Okay, alright. It's a little bit odd because I have to think that today it's Thursday, so I have to wish you a good weekend until we see each other again Tuesday. Yeah, but there's been only one stream this week, so it's kind of like the wires in my brain are getting crossed a little bit. But yeah, indeed, we are at the end of the week, so yeah, I wish you a nice, relaxing weekend. Take care of yourselves. Do all the good stuff. Don't get burnt by the heat because it's gotten really crazy around here, at least. And yeah, see you again Tuesday. Take care. Love you all. Bye. Whoever the killer is, she'll be my fav. All right. Good night.